Good evening, welcome to South Summit High School. Jeremy Fierro, Cody Bowen bringing you girls basketball tonight. First region game of Region 16 as South Summit and Summit Academy square off tonight on the opening game of what ought to be a very good Region 16 schedule in girls basketball in 2A this year, as our Wildcats, returning region champs from last year, went 9-1, were the region champs. Had a nice run there to finish the year. This year they come with high expectations. A lot of these girls back, 8 seniors, as we mentioned earlier, and all I think are healthy tonight, which means they're at full force. Ought to be a deep, fun team. We matched up with Summit Academy last year. Summit Academy had a nice run as they were 4th place in the region, but upset the number 1 team from Region 13, Delta, last year, and finished well last year with a nice run at the end. They're coached very well and should ought to be a good, fun game tonight. Our South Summit Wildcats come into the game tonight 5-3, coming off a nice win earlier last week against, I guess it was Saturday, against Rich, and a win against Ogden earlier in the week last Tuesday. So coming off a couple of big wins and playing well, and ought to be a fun night. Jeremy, it's been fun watching them this far, and a lot of things this team brings, and we hope they bring it tonight.
Oh, for sure. It's been exciting so far, like you said. You know, like they're 5-3, and you know, it really doesn't matter to this point. Now the region schedule starts. This is where it really begins. You know, those games were really good to get them warmed up and get them ready to go. I'm excited to see this happen tonight, Cody.
That'll be fun. Going over the Region 16 standings, North Summit in the preseason has gone 7-3. They're ranked number 2 in the state behind Delta, who's 9-1. North Summit second at 7-3. Canaba's third at 9-1. South Sevier at 9-3, fourth. And the 5th-ranked team in the Deseret News is Emory, who beat South Summit last year for the 5th spot, putting South Summit into the 6th-place spot last year. So it ought to be competitive. South Summit's not far behind at 5-3, and with the good win tonight over a 7-4 Summit Academy team, ought to continually move them up in the rankings and the standings, and ought to be a good opportunity. 7-4 Summit Academy, as we mentioned. They played a pretty tough schedule. Being down in the Salt Lake Valley, they've played some bigger schools down in the Salt Lake Valley, have competed very well. They've added a lot of new girls. Being a charter school, they're able to bring girls in and out much easier than often these rural schools do. So it ought to be fun, ought to be exciting. We're just moments away from the national anthem, so we'll take a short break. Our timeouts tonight will be brought to you by Intermountain Health Center in Park City. We'll take our first one tonight as we get ready for the national anthem. We'll have the starting lineups as we return, and thanks for joining us tonight. South Summit Girls Basketball, Summit Academy in South Summit. All right, starting for Summit Academy after a beautiful national anthem. Never get over that beautiful flag dropping from the ceiling. Starting for Summit Academy, Number 1, Kendall Mapstone. Number 10, Marissa Hathaway. Number 14, Masay Lua.
Masay Lua, yes.
Lua. All right. And number 30, Olivia Mooney. And number 42, Chelsea Drury. So starting lineup for South Summit, Sierra Davis, Natalie Nichols, Taylor Reedhead, Rachel Rydalch, and McKay Wolstenhume will start tonight off a deep South Summit senior bench. 8 of them on this team, and all could mingle in quite well. Tonight he's chosen these 5, and ought to be exciting as Rachel Rydalch leading South Summit with 9 points a game, followed by Natalie Nichols at 7, and several girls at 3, 4, and 5 points a night. So these 5 tonight will kick it off for the region opener, Region 16 here at South Summit. And Sierra Davis will jump center for South Summit with Drury for the Bears. Got a good staff of students tonight working. Jordan Howe, Jex Rummel,
Destiny
Edwards working tonight. So nice student group to bring you South Summit Athletics, girls basketball. We're underway. Summit Academy with the tip. And out front, number 30, Mooney for the Bears. South Summit starts out in a zone. Little 2-3 zone. They go inside. Up off the glass is no good. Fight for the board. Looks like it will be off the Bears. It'll be South Summit basketball.
Just a little strong for that shot.
Yep. Summit Academy will start immediately out into a 2-2-1 zone press. And broke it very well that time as Natalie Nichols gets it across for the Wildcats. Rachel Wilds now will trigger it for this first offensive possession. Taylor Reedhead and Davis now pops out. Had Rydalch open for a minute on the baseline. Get her this time on the left baseline. Nothing there as both teams start out in a zone. Nichols gets into the lane. She's going to get bumped by number 42, Chelsea Drury. That'll be her first personal foul, and that'll be the first team foul on the Bears. Interesting that both teams started out into a zone. As South Summit now will go with kind of a 4-girl set up top. And they're going to go inside. Beautiful pass to Davis. No good. Little hard off the glass, and coming down with it is Drury for the Bears. And she'll quickly pass on to Mapstone with the jumper. Is up. No good. Fight for the board, and Nichols comes down with a great defensive board. Taylor Reedhead, and South Summit's on the move. Rydalch goes baseline to Wolstenhume. Little jumper's no good, and Drury with the rebound. So South Summit 2 shots unable to convert as the tempo quickly gets up and down the court as Drury goes inside. Nice pass inside to number 10 fighting in there. And she's going to get the foul and the putback. So our first points of the night by number 10, Marissa Hathaway. She got the offensive board. Couple of shots down low. She's fouled by number 11, Natalie Nichols. Will go to the free throw line. It's a 2-0 lead for the Bears.
You shoot 3 layups in a row, you're bound to get fouled one time.
That was good position there as they couldn't get her off that block. That ball just kept bouncing to her, and finally she got one to drop and the bump from Natalie. So Hathaway gets 3-point play. It's a 3-0 lead for Summit Academy. Reedhead will dribble off the right side trying to break this press, and she does all by herself. Well done, Taylor. Goes inside to Davis up off the glass. No good. Fight for the rebound. It'll stay with South Summit. So McKay fights down for it low, keeps the ball alive, knocks it off a Summit Academy player, and Nichols will inbound for South Summit. Goes up top, right wing to Nichols, cross court to an open Rydalch, shots up, and no good. Oh, it does bounce in. 2-pointer or 3? 2-pointer for Rachel. That was a generous bounce as it bounced up high, dropped in. It's a 2-3 deficit for South Summit. Quick hands there by Rydalch, gets the steal, goes to Nichols, and Reedhead runs the break for South Summit. And she's going to get a double dribble. Ball bounced a little higher than she anticipated, got both hands on it. Turnover, South Summit. Now South Summit will start their own press now. 1-2-1-1 it looks like, or a 1-3-1. And try and trap her on the wing. They go inside to Drury. He's got good position. She's going to be fouled. Looks like Sierra had her hands straight up. See if they give it to her or Rydalch. Both were in the area. They're going to give it to Davis. That'll be her first personal tonight and the second team foul on South Summit.
Reinholtz was trying to signal to the ref that it was on her, but he didn't play for that game, did he?
Davis, sometimes prone as she's down low. A lot of girls try bouncing into her, and she got a little bit of a body foul, not much of one, as Drury's first free throw rolls around and rolls out. No good. Ball hung up on the rim for quite some time. Rolls in South Summit's favor. She'll get a second one. 5:52 left in the first quarter. Second free throw is up, and it's hard. No good. Nice boxing out by Sierra Davis. And she now will trigger out as a South Summit break. Great pass by McKay inside to Davis. Can't handle it. McKay will take the three-pointer. No good. And Taylor Reedhead's quickness runs down the loose ball. South Summit will get another possession. Trying to find Nichols there in the high post. Nothing there that time as Rachel drives, kicks off to McKay, shoots it up, no good. And Drury comes down with the defensive board. Good looks there from South Summit, unable to get one to fall. They still trail by 1 point, 3-2. Baseline down inside. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just going to say they had a couple looks at it. They had a couple good shots here. Like you said, they're just not falling yet.
They've had good ball movement. Good way to beat that zone is get these guys moving back and forth, side to side, swinging the ball, and they've done a good job. They'll start heating up here. Is another foul, this one on number 2. McKay Wolstenhume will get the foul. 3 team fouls on the Wildcats as Hathaway misses the free throw, and Josie Graycheck will check in. Reedhead will go out. So good ball handling skills from Josie Graycheck. Glad she's feeling better, coming off a appendectomy over the break. So it looks like she's pretty well back to full swing. Second free throw for Hathaway is good. It's a 4-2 lead for South Summit as Graycheck brings it in for the Wildcats. Goes over to Wolstenhume. Dribbles out of traffic. Now goes baseline to Natalie. Little jumper is up. Just rims out. Good rebound there by Davis. Hopefully they don't get her over the back.
I think he's calling that on blue.
Ooh, good. That would have been 2 on Sierra. Nice job by Sierra there as the foul's called on Drury for Summit Academy. That's her second personal foul, and it looks like they're going to come with some help off the bench. Micah Gustafson will check in, a 6'1 freshman, bringing in some height. Big, tall girl. Nice to have a freshman off the bench at 6'1 as Davis with the beautiful shot. As Davis gets the inbound assist, she softly lays it up off the glass and ties this thing up at 4. Nichols with the good hands, gets the steal. She tries up the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, is going to be fouled. Natalie went up high and deflected the pass, back down to her, and she goes immediately to the bucket, gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line.
I think that was Masaya Lau.
Laua with the foul. Laua with the foul. That'll be her first personal. Nichols' first free throw is good. So Natalie's on the board. Rachel a bucket, Sierra a bucket, Natalie now a free throw. 5-4 lead for South Summit now. And her second free throw is good.
Rotation on that ball is just pretty.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Slides right on in. South Summit that's one that could have been taken there as Summit Academy brings it up quickly, hard off the iron, no good. Fight for the board, goes to another Summit Academy shot by Hathaway, and she'll bring it out, no good as they get the offensive glass. I swear it's only 6. Haven't we only shot 2 free throws and two buckets? I don't remember a 7th point. See if they get that figured out. They got 7-4 on the board. I think it's only 6-4. South Summit continuing to go in the zone, and they'll get the turnover off the errant pass from Mapstone. And it'll be South Summit basketball. Halfway through period number 1. Nichols will inbound for South Summit. Now Summit Academy extending this zone pressure a little bit. Goes up to Davis. Nice position off the glass. No good. McKay with the offensive board. Back to Natalie, and it just rolls out. Good shot there by Natalie. And she follows the shot. Great rebounder Natalie is. Ties up Gustafson underneath, and it'll be South Summit basketball on the possession arrow.
She shot that almost from the foul line. All of a sudden she was under the basket getting her own rebound.
She gets on it quick. Great check. Kicks off to Wolstenhume. And Natalie goes baseline. Ooh, a little hard. Good shot by Natalie off to Josie. Josie's shot looks good. Just cannot get in any kind of rhythm here on the offensive end. Getting lots of good shots. And now Summit Academy with 3:33 left to try to slim this narrow margin. Still haven't fixed that score. I don't know where that 7th point's come from unless they gave Rachel a 3-pointer on that one is my only explanation.
I saw her foot was over the line, not even on it, so there's no way that happened.
Inside to Gustafson, and McKay's going to sneak in for the foul.
Well, looks like it went the other way.
No. What is that? I thought they were calling it on McKay. What is that call? 3 seconds? They didn't call a foul either. Must have been a 3-second violation. So South Summit gets the turnover on the break. Nichols now being patient, finds her opportunity, dribbles through the middle of the court beautifully. And Graycheck goes over to McKay, takes a deep one in the baseline, just rims out, and Gustafson with the big rebound. And hands off to Hathaway. Nope, Mooney. Mooney has it stolen away, and Davis comes down with the loose ball. Kicks off to Graycheck. Graycheck off to Rydalch, little 8-foot jumper, no good. Rebound by Nichols, no good. South Summit having a hard time shooting here. Getting great shots, great hustling, especially off the glass, and playing good D. They'll get these sooner or later. And Wolstenhume will pass off to Natalie. One will start falling. They keep getting those high percentage shots. It's bound to happen. 2:20 left. The South Summit doing a great job working it around. Rydalch shoots it up, no good. And Gustafson with the big rebound. And quickly comes Hathaway. Over to Mapstone with the deep shot. Off the glass. Bears get the offensive board. Lua comes down at the offensive glass and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be South Summit basketball.
A lot of missed shots for both teams. I don't know if that ball's a little extra bouncy or something.
Sydney Vadreen and Hannah Peterson will check in for South Summit. Wolstenhume will check out. Oh, where did Vadreen go? Is she out there? Not yet. I don't see her. So Josie over to Davis. Davis goes baseline on a nice pass. Beautiful bounce pass inside to Hannah Peterson, who's just checked into the game. And she'll go to the free throw line. There comes Sydney.
You knew it was coming, didn't you,
Yep,
Cody?
I thought it was coming here. Maybe I just saw the sub in my mind, but I said, where is Sydney? There she is. Hannah's first shot is no good from the free throw line. And Rydalch will check out with Vadreen coming into the ball game. Graycheck, Vadreen, Peterson, Davis, and Nichols into the ball game for South Summit. Hannah's second shot looks good. Beautiful shot there by Hannah, her first point of the night. It's an 8-4 lead. I don't know who to give that extra point to. As Hathaway goes high to Mapstone, too high, and it'll be South Summit basketball. Lots of turnovers here on both sides. South Summit taking advantage, doubling up the Bears early, 8-4. We're getting close to the end of one. Summit Academy has gone the entire way with that full court pressure, and South Summit's done a great job of breaking it down. Vadreen trying to thread the needle, just can't quite get the angle on the pass. It'll be Summit Academy basketball.
I think you got to give that point to Braun Butterfield.
Might be it. Nobody's saying a word, though, so somebody's confused. I guess it might be me.
We'll fix it up.
We'll fix it. 1:21 left. Lua just dribbling the ball out, being very patient on this possession as they go baseline now. Hathaway with the deep shots, no good, and they kick out. It's a 2-on-1 break. Nichols and Peterson as Nichols hands off to Hannah. She's fouled. Nice 2-on-1 from South Summit as Natalie Nichols dished off on the left side to Peterson. Peterson gets fouled one more time and will go to the free throw line.
The more I watch Natalie Nichols play, she's just good at all aspects of this game.
She is good. She's quick, jumps well, heady player, runs well. Hannah misses the first. So 1 for 3 from the free throw line as they'll give Sierra Davis a break as Taylor Reedhead checks in. South Summit 3 for 5 so far from the line. Peterson, seconds, no good. Fight for the board, and coming down with it is Drury. Mooney now trying to find a gap in this 2-3 zone of South Summit's. Trying to go baseline, got the short corner. She goes baseline. Hathaway, she's going to step on the baseline. Another turnover from Summit Academy. 45 seconds left. See if South Summit can't maintain some possession here as Nichols throws the deep pass to Vadrine and dishes off to Peterson. Peterson dribbles, goes baseline, tries to come up underneath, just short on the pass, tries to go up again. She's bumped, no call, and it'll sail out of bounds off the side of the glass. No good. Good hustle by Hannah, working hard underneath. Just can't come down with the shot. That'll leave 31 seconds left for the Bears.
See if they play for one shot here.
It's generally always wise. Why give the other team another possession? We'll see if they can maintain it. Nope. As Mooney goes up high, no good, and South Summit will get one more chance with the offensive side of the court as Peterson is going to be fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Good sign, Hannah, as she's gone to the free throw line now. The third time will shoot 6 free throws in this quarter, being aggressive, attacking the basket, and getting fouled. See if she can't convert one or two of them right here. And Hannah's first. That one looks good. It is Hannah's second point. She's 2 of 5 now from the free throw line.
25% to 40%. Let's see if she can bring it up to 50%.
Yep, bring it to 50. No good, but great check with the offensive board, and she converts. Josie with her first bucket. It's an 11-4 lead for South Summit. They go down low to Drury with the jumper, no good, and at the end of one, South Summit leads 11-4.
Oh, Sarah, I'd love to get your recipe for that heaven-sent butter cake.
Oh, sure thing. You have a pen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for the cake, you'll need 1 18-quarter-ounce package of saturated fat and 1 cup of LDL cholesterol.
Okay.
And then for the filling, just 1 8-ounce package of preservatives, 1 teaspoon of artificial flavor, 8 tablespoons of nitrates, and 1 16-ounce box of trans fat.
What are you really eating? Improper nutrition can contribute to heart disease.
So you want to combine the saturated fat and the LDL cholesterol using your mixer, and then slowly add the preservatives, the artificial flavor, and nitrates. Cook for 40 minutes at 350 degrees.
Got it. My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
Save me a slice.
Pay attention to what you put in your body. Choosing a healthier diet and regular exercise can help reduce your risk of heart disease. Intermountain Live Well. Intermountain Healthcare's Healthy Living Initiative. Visit intermountainlivewell.org.
We're at the start of the second quarter. South Summit leading 11-4. Had a nice first quarter. Really could have been a bigger lead as they had a lot of great shots. Unable to get a few of them to drop, but they'll take a 7-point lead after one. As Summit Academy will start the second quarter with the ball, trailing by 7. As Mapstone worked hard there by Taylor Reedhead. Blocked away and knocked away by Hannah with the steal. And Peterson will go inside to Reedhead. Back to Peterson. Nicely done. Give and go from Reedhead. Back to Peterson, and Hannah gets her 4th point of the night. Good little play there. Reading the defense well. They get an easy bucket. This time convert as Mooney takes the deep shot. No good, and Peterson again with the defensive board. 13-4 lead, 9-point lead for South Summit. Reedhead down low to Nichols. And Nichols gets fouled, and I believe if that's on Drury, that'll be her 3rd personal foul. That could be big.
She doesn't look happy.
16 fouls, 7 now on Summit Academy. Only 4 points in the quarter. That's the 3rd foul on Drury. We'll probably have to go back to Gustafson as she's coming in. And Nichols, shot is up and good. Natalie gets the first point for her at the second quarter. Had 2 free throws in the first, 3 points on the night. It's a 10-point lead for South Summit. And South Summit getting out to a great start. Good way to start off the region schedule as Nichols just too hard. But Peterson there with the offensive board. Peterson, excellent job there on the glass. That'll give South Summit another possession. Jade Snyder's checked into the ball game. They go up top. Stolen away by Hathaway. Tough pass there for Snyder to try to get in over the top. And Hathaway does a good job of getting her hands up. And Mapstone has the ball knocked away from Reedhead. Down low to Gustafson, the 6'1 freshman, up off the glass. Just rims out, no good. And another nice board from Natalie Nichols. As Jade having a tough time handling the outlet pass, goes over to Reedhead. South Summit on the move, goes to Peterson. Peterson goes baseline, tries to go to Nichols down on the right block, no good. It's knocked out of bounds by Summit Academy. It'll be Wildcat basketball. There's Natalie right inside the key, good position. She tries to go up and she's going to be fouled. We'll go to the free throw line one more time. Good inbounds play there by South Summit. Natalie Nichols going to the free throw line one more time. 3 for 4 on the night. South Summit, between her and Hannah, doing a lot of free throw shooting.
It's because they're doing a great job of bringing the ball to the hole, Cody. They're not settling for outside shots and getting as close as they can to get for that layup.
Absolutely. Forcing Summit Academy to act on their aggressive moves to the basket. Getting a lot of fouls. The Summit Academy has 8 team fouls thus far. And Nichols goes 1 for 2 this time. She's now 4 for 8. And Summit Academy down. Sees themselves down by 11. Good hands from South Summit. And it looks like there'll be a foul on the Wildcats. Number 22, Jade Snyder, will pick up the foul. South Summit has gone the whole way in this zone. And it's working out well as they've kept Summit Academy from getting much down low. And Summit Academy's had a hard time firing up any deep shots. Defensive boards have been protected well. Looking good on this defensive side. They go inside to Gustafson and stolen away by Vadrine. Vadrine off to Reedhead. Up off the glass and in. Taylor Reedhead on the steal from Vadrine and the assist from Vadrine. It's a 17-4 lead for South Summit. And Summit Academy continuing to have trouble with this quick, very aggressive zone defense put on by South Summit. Hathaway into the lane. She goes up. It's going to be fouled by Peterson. And Hannah Peterson will pick up the personal foul. And that'll send number 10, Marissa Hathaway, to the free throw line. Summit Academy in desperate need of some points as they got out to an early 4-2 lead. Been shut out ever since. South Summit on a 15-0 run. And Hathaway's first shot is up, no good, it's short. Checking into the ball game will be number 3, Megan Jarman. And 15 checking out, Shania King. Hathaway's second shot this time rolls out as well, but Gustafson with the big board over to Mooney, and Mooney gets the bucket.
Great job by Mooney moving without that ball to get into position for that layup.
Got a nice lane, got a good dish from Gustafson on the offensive board, and Summit Academy gets the much-needed bucket. 17-6 lead for South Summit. It'll be Reedhead inbounding for the Wildcats. And Hannah will get the inbound pass. 5:27 left, second quarter. 11-point lead as Taylor draws out the D. Goes inside to Hannah. Hannah up off the glass, no good. Great shot. Snyder in good position for the offensive board. Has the ball knocked out of her hands. It'll stay with South Summit. Hannah will call the inbound play. And Hannah goes over to Reedhead. South Summit has done a nice job taking care of the basketball. Very few turnovers in this first half. And they skip over, and just as I say that, they get one. Sierra, tough pass, trying to find Peterson on the other side. And South Summit will come in with Rydalch and McKay Wolstenhume. And going out will be Vadrine and Snyder. So Wolstenhume, Reedhead, Rydalch, Davis, and Peterson for South Summit. As Mooney takes the shot. Short, no good. And the defensive board by Reedhead. South Summit that time doing a good job boxing out, preventing second shot from Summit Academy as the ball gets deflected, trying to go inside to Davis. South Summit controlling this second quarter as they go to McKay Wolstenhume. Really about 9 girls playing here, and each just comes in and does a great job wherever they're asked to. Each playing a good role as they skip over to Reedhead with the little jumper, and it's good. Nice shot there by Taylor. Her second bucket of the quarter, 4 points in the game, and it's now a 19-6 lead by South Summit.
Like you said, Cody, earlier, they start taking more shots. They were missing a lot, but they're all starting to fall now.
Yep, starting to find the bucket now. Second quarter's been a much better shooting night as Mapstone takes the deep three. It's no good. Peterson on the good outlet. Oh, just unfortunately unable to get a hand on it. McKay did. Would have been a good outlet pass. McKay just couldn't quite get there in time. It'll be South Summit turnover to the Bears. Halfway through quarter number 2. 19-6 lead. High post look inside to Hathaway. She goes off the glass, no good, but Gustafson, pretty hard to defend, 6'1". She just reached over top that time, kept the ball high, laid it up, and gets the bucket. 19-8, Rideout dribbles into traffic, loses it. And turnover South Summit. Hathaway down to Mapstone. Mapstone takes the jumper, no good, fight for it, and Rideout with the defensive rebound. Trying to stop Summit Academy from going on a run here as Reedhead goes down, and ball stolen away. Nice help there by Hathaway as Davis was open for a nice look, but coming down from the high post to knock the ball away and for the steal. Hathaway, good hands. And South Summit now still up by 11. Summit Academy seems to be getting in a little more of a groove here, scoring a couple of buckets here in the last couple of minutes. They go high post look to Hathaway, kicks over to Mooney, and back to Hathaway. Inside to Mapstone, has it stolen away by Hannah Peterson. And Peterson brings it into the front court, goes to Rideout. Reedhead up to Peterson, over to Wolstenhume, working this perimeter. Swings the ball over to Reedhead, up top to Wolstenhume. And Peterson will take the deep three, and it's good! Pretty. Hannah Peterson with the three-pointer. And Hannah with her 7th point of the night, having a great game. Hannah Peterson extends this lead to 22-8. Great possession there by South Summit. Just works Summit Academy back and forth continually, swinging the ball, moving it, very little dribbling. Found Peterson open, hits the big shot as Mooney now with the deep three. It's no good, and Peterson again with the rebound. Peterson quickly back, goes to a beautiful pass to Davis, and South Summit starting to extend this lead. It's a 24-8 lead. I thought there might be a timeout there, close to halftime. Summit Academy chooses to try to ride this thing out. Trailing by 16. Inside to Hathaway down low, no good. Davis with the nice box out. And Reedhead has 1:30 left on the clock. South Summit could go up by 18. Reedhead all the way into the lane. And Reedhead with the bucket. 6 points in the quarter. 18-point lead. South Summit is rolling here in this second quarter.
Things are heating up.
We knew those baskets would start to fall. They've had the same shots in both quarters. Now they're just falling. And Mapstone will take the deep three. It's rims out. Summit Academy now having a hard time finding any kind of luck on that offensive end. They go to Rideouts with the jumper. It's up, no good. Rebound to Wolstenhume. Back inside, great pass from Peterson. Just barely deflected. And Rideouts loses it out of bounds off her hands. Checking in for South Summit. Great check, and Nichols. Good minutes there by Hannah Peterson. 7 points, 5 of them in that second quarter, and has numerous rebounds, keeping balls alive, working hard on the glass. 43 seconds left. Mooney down low to Hathaway, skips up to Mapstone. And Mooney goes in the lane, a little runner, too hard off the iron, and Rideouts with the defensive board. Rydalch to Woolston Hume. No good off the glass. Tough break, but she slides in to tie the ball up. And it'll be jump ball. It'll be South Summit basketball. Nice job, McKay, getting her hands in, tying that ball up. We'll give South Summit one more possession. 22 seconds left in the half. South Summit goes to Davis. Comes back to Rydalch with the jumper. Just short. Fight for the board. Davis working hard to get it. Keeps the ball alive, and there's going to be a push underneath on South Summit.
Is that on Davis?
That's on Sierra. I believe that's her second. And they'll quickly sub for her so she doesn't pick up a third one in these last 14 seconds. 5 team fouls on South Summit. So with 14 seconds left, South Summit's going to go into the break with a good lead. We'll see if it's 18 or less. Is up in the runner. And Summit Academy, nice possession, 7 seconds. Gets the double figures in points. Summit Academy does 2 seconds. And Graycheck's going to have to heave it up. And they'll unable to get a shot off. But a great first half for this South Summit Wildcat team as they take a 26-10 lead into halftime. Great first half, and that will put South Summit in a great possession as they come out into the third quarter. South Summit leading 26-10. We'll take a break.
At Intermountain Healthcare, our Live Well program teaches people to take care of their heart through diet and exercise. At Intermountain Healthcare, our Live Well program teaches.
Oh, Sarah, I'd love to get your recipe for that heaven-sent butter cake.
Oh, sure thing. You have a pen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for the cake, you'll need 1 18-quarter-ounce package of saturated fat and 1 cup of LDL cholesterol.
Okay.
And then for the filling, just 1 8-ounce package of preservatives, 1 teaspoon of artificial flavor, 8 tablespoons of nitrates, and 1 16-ounce box of trans fat.
What are you really eating? Improper nutrition can contribute to heart disease.
So you want to combine the saturated fat and the LDL cholesterol using your mixer, and then slowly add the preservatives, the artificial flavor, and nitrates. Cook for 40 minutes at 350 degrees.
Got it. My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
Save me a slice.
Pay attention to what you put in your body. Choosing a healthier diet and regular exercise can help reduce your risk of heart disease. Intermountain Live Well, Intermountain Healthcare's Healthy Living Initiative. Visit intermountainlivewell.org.
At Intermountain Healthcare, our Live Well program teaches people to take care of their heart through diet and exercise. This gives them newfound energy and health. It also gives them more confidence than they've had in a long time.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we do not recommend doing certain things with the confidence you gain after changing your eating habits and exercising more. Things like snow skiing in a Speedo, braiding your mustache hair, running for public office, eating that 6-week-old leftover sushi roll in your fridge, trying to bring back hammer pants, telling your mother-in-law what you really think, cutting your own hair, trying out for any professional sport, getting your groove on at the holiday office party, attempting to defuse a bomb, pursuing a professional rap career, talking back to a mob boss, building your own airplane, backstroking the English Channel with one hand tied behind your back, or any activity that remotely resembles anything just mentioned. So please, don't let the confidence you gain through better health and energy make you believe you can combine leg warmers and high heels, especially if you're a man. Thank you.
Stronger heart, better energy and health, more confidence in yourself. That's what you get when you eat right and exercise. Intermountain Live Well. Visit intermountainlivewell.org.
If you or your children are experiencing an increase in desire for sugar or an unhealthy increase in body weight, you may be interested in what studies prove helps you maintain an overall healthier lifestyle. Aqua. Aqua is an over-the-counter liquid. Side effects of Aqua may include feeling more awesome and better about yourself. Aqua, more commonly known as water, helps your body keep normal temperatures, lubricates your joints, and pretty much helps nearly every part of your body function properly. It may also leave you saying, "I feel like I can do anything in the world." This is not a complete list of side effects, and others may occur. Do not ingest Aqua if you are not prepared to be amazing. Take Aqua up to 8 times a day for maximum results. You may drink it with or without food. This has been a message from Intermountain Healthcare's Healthy Living Initiative, Intermountain Live Well. Visit intermountainlivewell.org for more tips on health and fitness.
Jimmy is a legend.
What happened?
Well, we're in the cafeteria walking to our table. Pete was already sitting there. I look at Pete and his eyes were wide. And I turned to Jimmy to ask why he thought Pete was looking at me funny. And that's when I realized Jimmy was making his way to the cool table.
No.
Yep.
Awesome. And then what happened?
And then he walked right up and sat down next to, are you ready? Laura Peterson.
I bet she smells like cupcakes and happiness.
That's when I heard him ask her if she wanted to sit at our table. She said no.
Oh.
But I swear I saw her hesitate.
He is a legend. What made him do it?
Get this. He said he was just feeling good today.
Endorphins from regular exercise can boost your self-esteem. A message from Intermountain Healthcare's Healthy Living Initiative. Intermountain Live Well. Visit intermountainlivewell.org today.
All right, we're back after a good first half. South Summit leading by 16. Natalie Nichols having a nice game thus far with 4 points. Rachel Ridealch had a bucket. Sierra Davis with 4. Josie Graychuk with 2. Taylor Reed had great second quarter with 6 points in the quarter. And leading South Summit in scoring, Hannah Peterson with 7. As South Summit really pretty effective first half as they played great defense. And like we mentioned earlier, probably could be up by 20 had they not had a little bit of a shooting slump in that first half as they got great shots. They fell in that second quarter. And South Summit now will go into this third quarter leading by 16. That's a good, comfortable margin. They can hold it up, and defensively they went with that zone the entire way. Good hands, good defense. It was a good half, wasn't it?
It sure was. I think Coach Wagstaff is doing a great job of subbing the girls in and out, keeping them all fresh. No need to overwork anybody with a 16-point lead.
Yeah, that's a great point. 9 girls played considerable minutes in that first half. They all ought to be fresh, and you can see, you play a zone continually, and always a good indicator if girls are fresh and energetic is if their hands are up in that zone. And we got a lot of deflected balls, a lot of knocked down balls on dribbles and passes that led to a lot of turnovers for South Summit. So good job there by these ladies. We'll see if they continue with that zone, and it looks like they will. So inbounding for the Summit Academy Bears will be Mooney. And they'll go to Lua. Is that it again?
That's what we're going with.
We're going with Lua inside to Hathaway. And good pressure, and there are those hands again as Nichols gets the steal. Hands off to Reedhead. South Summit on the break. Goes baseline to Ridealch. Kicks out to Wolstenhume. And South Summit with a great possession to start that defensive series. Gets the turnover, can extend this lead now, 26-10, as Ridealch gets an open deep jumper, and it's good! Rachel Ridealch with her second bucket of the game. And South Summit now going to some pressure, and Ridealch trying to get the pass, deflects it out of bounds. Good ball movement again by South Summit, been very impressed working against that zone defense as they just continually move the ball, make Summit Academy have to work incredibly hard to fill in gaps, and you can always find one. You're forcing them goes side to side, up and down, and Ridealch got the open shot that time as Lua misses the shot. Fails to hit any rim. It bounces out of bounds. It'll be South Summit basketball. 18-point lead. And I thought Summit Academy might be able to put up a little more resistance tonight as they've added a couple of players, but South Summit just playing a nice game. As Ridealch will go up to Wolstenhume and over to Reedhead. Swinging the ball again. Ridealch up top this time. Errant pass. It'll be a turnover from South Summit. Back court. And it'll be Summit Academy basketball.
To me, the difference of the game is South Summit's defense is just so quick that it's hard for Summit Academy to get a good open shots.
Yep, you're right. They just have a tough time getting any kind of rhythm. There are always hands and girls right there in front of them. And Ridealch comes down on the outlet from Reedhead and over to Natalie. Natalie dribbles baseline, trying to find Davis. They skip over top to Wolstenhume. McKay gets into the lane with the left hand, goes up off the glass. Nice shot, McKay. First bucket of the night. It's a 30-10 lead for South Summit. Mooney over the top of that pressure, unable to come down with it, and Nichols comes down with the loose ball. She's going to be fouled by Mapstone, and things starting to fall apart for the Bears as they're down 20, and the halftime break did not do Summit Academy much good here, as have been outscored by 4 in this quarter, extended this lead to 20. 2 minutes into this third quarter. And Reedhead over to Davis, over to Nichols. Reedhead will try the deep three. It's up, no good. Fight for the board. The big freshman, Gustafson, gets the board, and she will be fouled on the arm by number 21, Ridealch. First team foul of the third quarter, and the first personal foul on Ridealch. 1-3-1, three-quarter zone press put on here by South Summit. And Nichols will work the point. And good trap opportunity as Davis gets the steal. Great job on the pressure as Reedhead quickly back to Nichols, up off the glass, no good. Fight for the board. Tough break there for Natalie. She had a good look, but Hathaway comes down with the defensive board, and she quickly brings it up into the front court. Goes to Mooney. Mooney spins into the lane. Ball's knocked away. Loose ball, and coming out with it is Reedhead. And Mooney's going to get the push. A frustrated foul. She made a good move into the lane, just unable to maintain possession. Be another turnover to the Wildcats. Nichols will inbound to Taylor Reedhead. Everything going South Summit's way, leading by 20. They go baseline inside to Rydalch, and it'll go off Rachel's foot. Turnover, South Summit.
She had a hard time getting by the 6'1 freshman, Gustafson.
Gustafson is a big, tall girl. For 14 or 15, it's nice to bring that off the bench as Drury's been in foul trouble. And Summit Academy will lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. And South Summit's defense again making it tough for Summit Academy. Right in the deep corner, Nichols will inbounds. And they go up top to Reedhead. Trying to find Natalie in the high post. Swing over to McKay. Back over to Taylor. Tries to dribble in. Nothing there. McKay goes high post. Kicks out beautifully to Natalie. No good. Gets the offensive board. No good. And there will be a foul. Natalie again. Look how quick she is on following her shot. It's almost like she beats that thing to the rim and is already waiting when that thing comes down.
No one's expecting it. They're all standing up there looking for the ball to come down, and she's running right in front of them.
Good energy. Following the shot. Always tell those shooters, follow your shot, follow your shot. There it is as Natalie gets the bucket off the free throw. Has her 5th point of the night, all from the free throw line. 5:06 left, third quarter. South Summit leading by 21. And Natalie's second shot. Good job there by Natalie. 2 free throws. It's a 32-10 lead for South Summit. And it'll be a timeout. We'll take one. South Summit leading 32-10. .505 left, third quarter. Summit Academy taking a timeout, trying to get things going as they need to make a move here quickly, or this thing is going to be in the history books. The South Summit up by 22, 32-10. Summit Academy only getting 5 buckets on the game, and they're in some trouble as this impressive South Summit defense is just smothering anything South Summit Academy is trying to do, and much of it from this press. And there it goes right out of the timeout, a turnover from Summit Academy. It'll be South Summit basketball.
Looks like the Wildcats brought in great check for Rydalch during the timeout.
So Josie Ann off the bench. You got Reedhead, Graycheck, Davis, Nichols, and Wolstenhume for South Summit. Inside, beautiful pass from McKay to Davis. Unable to convert, but a beautiful inbound entry there from McKay. It'll be Summit Academy quickly as
good job by Gustafson there with the rebound put up for a 2-pointer.
Pardon me, I had a little cough there. Gustafson with the putback. Done a nice job. I think she's got to be Summit Academy's higher scorer. I think she's got 6 on the night. Scored half of South Summit's points, and large in part, there's just not much you can do about size there. She's got about how many inches on Sierra, would you say, Jeremy?
I'd
3,
say
4?
I'd say 3.
So 6'1" there. She's a tough matchup underneath. There'll be a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one. South Summit leading 32-12. Halfway through the third quarter, South Summit outscoring Summit Academy in this third quarter 6-2. Extended a 16-point lead to a 20-point lead. Graycheck will inbound for South Summit. Right in front of the bench for the Wildcats as Josie will go into Taylor. Taylor having a little trouble there, guarded closely by Mahoney. And now Josie gets quick into the lane, up off the glass, count it. Oh, they call it travel.
That was not a travel.
Woo, tough break there as Josie had a nice move. Thought she got bumped, laid it up.
She takes the same amount of steps as Kevin Durant does. I don't know.
And I thought they were going to continue it like they do for him, but unfortunately for Josie, didn't get the call, but does get the steal, and South Summit now is on the break as Josie goes out quick to Sierra. Sierra not looking for the pass, sneaks behind her, and it'll be a turnover. South Summit checking in for the Bears, number 15, King, and number 4 for the Bears, Phillips. Checking out for South Summit is McKay Wolstenhume. Vadrine checking in. And Mahoney now in some trouble there from Nichols. Natalie almost got 2 hands there and gets a hand on that one. Down low to Phillips. Little jumper's no good. And a fight for the rebound. It'll go off of King's knee. It'll be South Summit basketball. Just always seemed forced and rushed. This pressure is putting on Summit Academy. And Josie now will dribble it up for South Summit. Good ball handler Josie is, breaking the press, handing off to another good ball handler, Reedhead. Sydney, cross court over to Josie. Josie gets into the lane, passes off, unable to find Sierra again right there. And it'll be another turnover as Summit Academy trying to hold on. Down 20. Need to get this thing to a workable margin as 20 is too much, and there was a kick. No call, and Nichols is out in front. Natalie pulls up off the glass, no good, gets her own board, kicks off to Josie with the jumper, and it's good. Josie Graycheck with the bucket, her second of the night, 4 points. It's a 22-point lead, and Mahoney over to Hathaway. Hathaway into the lane, kicks off to King, up to Mahoney. Mahoney a little runner, and Nichols gets her hand on the ball. Tough break there. Looked like she got a lot more ball than hand, but it'll be a foul on Natalie. Be the second team foul on South Summit and the second personal foul on Natalie. That'll send Mahoney to the free throw line. You're not able to take a tough call up 22 than when you're down 2.
That's right. That's right.
So good shot there by Mahoney. Gets the free throw. 13 points now for Summit Academy as Peterson and Snyder check in for South Summit. Snyder, Vadrine, Nichols, Graycheck, and Peterson as Mahoney's second free throw's up, no good, and Graycheck comes down with the board. Graycheck goes over to Hannah. And Hannah dribbling out of pressure. Graycheck inside to Natalie. Good pass. Get up in there, no good. And Natalie will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Good pass there from Josie into the lane. And Natalie now will go to the free throw line. One more time, all her points coming from the free throw line. She's got 2 in this quarter. And Natalie's first free throw is good. 3 for 3 in this third quarter. 7 free throws on the night. Could make it 8 right here. And she does. 4 for 4 in this third quarter. And immediately she'll turn and start the point on this pressure. They go to Hathaway. Hathaway has the ball knocked away, and there's a travel, another turnover. Natalie really is the ideal point for that pressure as she's quick, she jumps well, she's got long reach, she's got good hands, and she puts a lot of pressure. It's tough to throw over her or around her, and she does a great job forcing pressure as they go over top to Graycheck. Bounce pass to Snyder. Snyder up off the glass, and good! Jade Snyder on another assist from Graycheck. Josie, beautiful assist. This time to Snyder, and Snyder gets the bucket. Mahoney up, no good. Fight for the board. Hathaway comes down with it. There'll be an over-the-back call on South Summit. Foul on number 11, Natalie again. That'll be her third personal foul. Third team foul on South Summit. 25-point lead for the Wildcats, just continuing to extend and really dominating this region opener And will send a pretty good message throughout the region that South Summit played well as Lowell comes down with the bucket. No good. Rims out. Thought it was going to drop as Peterson now comes out with the rebound.
Dribbling with her left and her right pretty well.
And Hannah with the bucket and the foul. Hannah Peterson gets the bump, puts it in, and will get the free throw.
Nice. She dribbled that ball down the court with her left hand, and they were playing her for the left side, switched over to her strong hand, the right, and took it right to the bucket.
She's had a lot of free throws tonight. Natalie and Hannah are only girls that have shot free throws tonight, and both of them have shot close to 10, as Hannah now has her 8th free throws on the night, and Natalie is 7, actually 8 for 10, so a lot of free throws.
Natalie gets a little breather as they check in. Is that Rogers?
Yep, Sammy Rogers, the sophomore, checking into the ball game. Give her a little experience. 41-13 lead as Hannah gets the free throw and has 10 points on the night, into double figures. It'll be a foul now on South Summit. Number 5, Graycheck, will get the foul, her first personal foul, and that will send number 35 to the free throw line, Bailey Brown. And Brown getting her first minutes in this varsity game. Brown's first free throw is up, no good. And Brown will get a second. Second shot looks good, rims in. Nice shot there by Brown, checking in. Bailey Brown, 5'7" junior. Great check quickly for South Summit. Pulls it out and goes up top to Peterson and over to Vadreen. Vadreen over to Josie. Down to Snyder. Snyder looks at a three. She decides to take it. Jade, no good, a little deep. And the big rebound will come off to Phillips, and Phillips will get bumped by Sidney. Well, South Summit now with 5 team fouls. Getting close to in the bonus. Both teams are at 5. 1:14 left, third quarter. A lot of subs going in for both teams as Mapstone checks back in for the Bears. South Summit has gone the entire way in this zone and has paid off. There'll be another bump foul by Sidney. So back-to-back fouls there by Sidney. And one more, we're in the bonus for Summit Academy. .107 left in this third quarter. They go up top to Hathaway. Hathaway back to Mapstone. Tries to go up, and another blocking foul. 6th team foul on South Summit. Looks like they'll get Sammy Rogers this time with a little bump. And Coach Wagstaff telling Sammy to get those arms up, as she's got pretty good considerable wingspan there, as Sammy's got to be close to 6 foot, probably 5'11", 6 foot. She's not quite as tall as Gustafson from Summit Academy, but she's close.
We need to get their heights, don't we, Cody?
Yeah.
Help.
Absolutely. And Mapstone gets the free throw. Mapstone's second is good. Couple of free throws there from Mapstone, and it's a 41-16, 25-point lead for South Summit. Down low to Snyder. Snyder gets it to Vadreen, and Sidney loses the handle. It drops out of bounds. 54 seconds left in this third quarter. Hathaway will bring it in to Luau. Luau hands off to Brown. Over to Mapstone. South Summit tightly packed zone again. And stolen away by Graycheck. Graycheck's out through the middle. She's got Vadreen on her left. Sidney up and blocked away by Luau.
Good hustle by Luau to get back there. Play some good defense.
That was a good hustle because Josie was out in front. She got in between them. Had to defend them both. Does a nice job of blocking that and allow South Summit have to take it out from the baseline, as Snyder will take another three-pointer. Up top is no good. Offensive board to Graycheck. Down low to Snyder. Snyder is going to get tied up underneath by Brown. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be South Summit basketball. don't think South Summit has had the ball on a quarter break, but I think they've had every jump ball.
I think so. It seems that way.
Great check with the three-pointers up. No good. Sammy with the beautiful job on the rebound. Sammy one more time, knocks it around. As Sammy keeping the ball alive, goes over to Hannah. And Hannah tries to get Graycheck inside, and it's stolen away by Hathaway. 7 seconds left in the quarter as Hathaway goes the whole length. Hard off the glass, no good. 3 seconds, too. And Sydney's going to have to put it up, and she'll not get it up in time. It's the quarter break. South Summit leading big, 41-16.
If you or your children are experiencing an increase in desire for sugar or an unhealthy increase in body weight, you may be interested in what studies prove helps you maintain an overall healthier lifestyle. Aqua. Aqua is an over-the-counter liquid. Side effects of Aqua may include feeling more awesome and better about yourself. Aqua, more commonly known as water, helps your body keep normal temperatures, lubricates your joints, and pretty much helps nearly every part of your body function properly. It may also leave you saying, I feel like I can do anything in the world. This is not a complete list of side effects, and others may occur. Do not ingest Aqua if you are not prepared to be amazing. Take Aqua up to 8 times a day for maximum results. You may drink it with or without food. This has been a message from Intermountain Healthcare's Healthy Living Initiative. Intermountain Live Well. Visit intermountainlivewell.org for more tips on health and fitness.
One quarter basketball left in the Region 16 opener for South Summit as they've controlled throughout. 41-16 lead with one more quarter left, and it looks like they'll go to the top of the region standings, 1-0, and a great place to start. One by one as they try to defend this region title as Luau gets the nice runner off the glass. 41-18. Lead for the Wildcats as Rydalch has checked back into the ball game, and she goes deep to Davis. Davis, beautiful pass to Reedhead. And Taylor Reedhead with a bucket. 8 points on the night. Give the assist to Davis. Picture perfect press break right there. Pass, pass, pass. And now Reedhead trying to get the loose ball. Gets tripped up by Luau. Ball goes out of bounds. It's off the Bears. It'll be South Summit basketball.
These Lady Cats have done a great job moving the ball around tonight. The passing and the assists, that's what a team's all about.
Yeah, they've looked very crisp, very sharp, making good progress throughout the year. And Taylor now. Hand off to McKay. And McKay trying to find the cutter. Goes down low to Rydalch. Back over to McKay. High post to Nichols, and they swing it to the right side. Good pick and roll. Sierra should have shot that one. She had good position. It was a beautiful play. Finds Rydalch for the open jumper. Unable to convert. It'll be Summit Academy ball. Inside to Phillips and over to Mapstone. She gets a little runner in the lane. She's going to be fouled. We'll see. Yep, they will give her 2 free throws. See who they get the foul on. That's on number 12. And that foul's on Taylor Reedhead. Her first personal foul. South Summit now with 17 fouls will put Summit Academy into the bonus. And Mapstone's shot is up and good. 3 in a row now by Mapstone from the free throw line. As Summit Academy scoring starting to come a little bit here as they're now at 19. We're at 10 at halftime. So about have equaled their first half number as Mapstone misses the second. And Rydalch comes down with the board. Rydalch over to Reedhead, but stolen away by Mapstone. And Mapstone all the way up, goes up off the glass, no good. And Nichols comes down with the rebound, and there'll be a foul on Hathaway. Nichols one more time on the defensive board. Good take there by Mapstone, unable to convert.
Great hustle by Nichols to get back and get her body in between that basket and Mapstone coming down the court.
Yeah, you're right. She was down low and went the length of the court on defense. Good energy again by Natalie as they go high post look to Sierra. Sierra tries to go down to Rachel. It's stolen away by Brown, and Brown quickly out of the pack. She goes up off the glass. Blocking foul is going to be on McKay, it looks like. That'll send Brown to the free throw line. Nope, they're going to call that on Davis. Must have got her with the bump before she got to McKay. McKay was trying to take the charge. No give. Sierra Davis the foul. 8th team foul on South Summit. Brown to the free throw line, was 1 of 2, her last stop there. This one's too short. She'll get one more.
Summit Academy's getting some more scoring opportunities, because I don't think they're settling for that jump shot like they were in the first half. They're really doing their best to take the ball to the hole.
And they're getting to the free throw line, as you mentioned, a lot more readily as well. Home game Thursday night for South Summit as well. 3 consecutive broadcasts for South Summit Athletics. Tonight, tomorrow night, the boys take on Summit Academy. And Thursday night, these girls are back at home, having a home week. Next week, they'll be on the road, but it's nice to start the region schedule off with 2 home games. And they'll be able to hopefully get to a 2-0 lead if they can get a big win on Thursday, and that's always a great start. As inbounding will be Nichols for South Summit over to Reedhead. They go trying to find Rydell. It's not there this time. Good position there by Davis. She gets pushed from behind, and there'll be a foul on Luau. And that'll be a 1-on-1 situation as Sierra Davis will go to the free throw line. First girl other than Peterson and Nichols who have gone to the free throw line. 1-on-1 situation for Sierra. And Sierra's first shot is up, no good, too hard, and Mapstone for the rebound. 6 minutes left. South Summit up by 23. Mapstone into the lane, tries to go up over the top, no good, and unable to save it is Mahoney for Summit Academy. Drury, who has to sit out with a lot of foul trouble, finally checks back in for Summit Academy.
Like you said, we got 2 more games the next 2 days, and I think next week, Cody, our only home game is the boys' North Summit game. Is that true?
We'll have to look at the schedule. Haven't looked that far in advance, but that sounds about right. Is that a Wednesday or a Friday game?
That's a Wednesday, and I think I only know that because I won't be here. We're going to leave it up to the boys to do the broadcast live, and I think they're going to try and stream both the JV and the varsity game since it's such a big game.
Good. That'll be fun, both to see. So Rydalch, free throw is up and good. Rachel with a nice looking free throw. Her first free throw of the night. Got 5 points on the game. Rachel's second free throw is up and rolls in. 2 free throws for Rachel. 6 points now. 25-point lead. That's pretty well been right around 25 for the last quarter. And South Summit doing a good job of getting out early and just continually extending this lead. On to this zone defense the entire time. And Davis will foul Drury, getting frustrated there. A lot of times she's been straight up. And I don't know if there was contact there or not. She gets a foul nonetheless. I think that's probably that 4 or 5 on her. Looks like might just be 4. 9 team fouls on South Summit. Drury going to the free throw line.
Look out at the court, and I keep expecting younger players to come out with this type of score. And then I realize we have 9 seniors? 8
seniors, no juniors.
That's right.
And we've played several of sophomores. I think we do have 1 junior. Nope. I think she's dressing. So out there we got 8 seniors and 3 sophomores.
3 sophomores.
And I think we got Caitlin Olson dressing tonight as the lone freshman, along with Nicole Fitzgerald, Hannah Peterson, and Sammy Rogers, the 3 sophomores. Inside to Graycheck. Graycheck has it blocked by Drury. Good block. And quickly Mapstone comes back to Hathaway. Mapstone over to Luau. Little runner by Mahoney's no good, and there'll be another foul on South Summit. I think officials probably looking at South Summit a little more strictly with this kind of a lead.
It's 4th one on Nichols.
Been a lot of fouls lately, making this quarter a long one. 4:59. Summit Academy has been doing a lot of shooting from the free throw line. And Drury's first is up, no good. And Peterson will check in for South Summit for Natalie Nichols.
And the reason I mentioned that earlier, looking for the younger girls, is, you think about having 8 senior girls, and they've all worked their whole lives, and this is their last year they get to play ball. I really like what Wagstaff is doing by letting them all play as many minutes as they can.
Yep, especially in this region schedule. Ball stolen away by Mahoney. Sat on that pass, got it. Inside, nice shot by Mapstone. And Summit Academy now trims it down to a 21-point lead, still fighting hard as Reedhead will get it across for South Summit over to Right Alch. Rachel pulls it out, goes high post look to Davis. Davis over to Reedhead. And over to Hannah. And Summit Academy mixing things up a little bit. Gone to a man-to-man. Great check, just rims out, no good. Hannah with the offensive board. She's fouled from behind, and she'll go to the free throw line again. I wish we could keep track of those rebounds, as she's got a bunch tonight. 13 foul on Lowell.
Remind me Thursday, Cody. That'll be my job.
It would be good to have, because she's done well as Hannah gets another free throw. High scorer of the night, Hannah, with 9 on the night. Nope, not 9, 11 on the night. Couldn't get to 12 right here. Man, that one's just short. Fight for the board, and Rachel comes down with the offensive rebound. Over to Josie. Josie swings over to Right Alch, trying to find Davis down low. Can't get it to her. Goes over up top to Graycheck again. Going to baseline, trying to find a cutter to Snyder. It's just short on the shot. And Hannah one more time with the offensive rebound. 3:47 left in this game as Snyder goes in. Ball's knocked away and blocked by Drury. It'll be South Summit basketball. Checking in will be Gustafson. And Drury will check out. She wasn't too happy to go out right there.
No, she wasn't.
Josie with the three-pointer, no good. Hannah one more time with the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line one more time. Hannah, just outstanding work, both ends on the defensive rebounding and offensive rebounding.
Just total court awareness.
Yeah, I mean, that's what rebounding is. It's just constant hustling and being in the right spot, the right time, working hard. She's doing a great job right there. Checking out will be Davis and Rideouts, both good games. Great job for the two seniors as Rogers will check in, as Sydney Vadrine in as well. So Rogers, Snyder, Peterson, Graycheck, and Vadrine for the Wildcats for this last 3.5 minutes. Mapstone, dribble. Oh, that's not Mapstone. Yes, it is Mapstone. Mapstone hands over to Jarman. I think I've been getting those two confused a little bit. Mapstone goes up off the glass, and she's going to be fouled. And the foul's on Vadrine. And she'll pick up the foul. Jarman will go to the free throw line.
I think you're right. The refs are being a little more aware of what they're calling out here.
I agree.
With this lead.
3:20 left. 23-point lead for South Summit. And the first free throw there by Mapstone is good. And those two girls look very similar. I can't ever see their number. They got
the hair's covering.
Yeah, the
up.
hair covering
Yep.
the number, and they look very similar in how they play. As Mapstone misses the second, Hannah Peterson on the rebound, leading the break. Hannah kicks over to Vadrine, up top to Josie. Josie pump fake, goes to Sydney, up for the jumper, no good. Snyder with the board, kicks over to Graycheck. South Summit really playing a good, hard-working, efficient game tonight. And we're going to get a very convincing win. Great check down low to Rogers. Sammy, beautiful
nice
post.
Move.
Nicely done by Sammy Rogers. She gets a nice bucket. Posted well, drop step, went to her left, up off the glass. Beautiful shot by the sophomore. And Mapstone will get the shot, and another foul on South Summit as Sydney can't stay out of the foul.
Great job by Rogers there. Earlier this season, I would have saw her put that ball down on the ground before she went up with it. Now at this point, with some experience, she got that pass in the lane and went straight up. Good job. Good growth.
2:40 left. Mapstone at the free throw line again. Her free throw's good. And checking in for the Bears. Must be for the shooter, number 24, Satin Taylor. Her second shot is up, and it's good. 2 in a row there by Mapstone. Taylor will check in for her. And stolen away, and gets it back. Graycheck does. Peterson now has got a 3-on-2. Hannah hands off to Vadrine. Skips over to Graycheck. She backs it out. And Graycheck goes over to Snyder. Snyder over to Josie. Top to Hannah. South Summit being patient on this possession. Leading big by 22. Pulls it out again. 2:14 left in the ball game. Trying to find Sammy down low. Goes to Graycheck. Nice pass to Sammy again. And Sammy Rogers with another bucket on the assist by Josie. And Sammy back-to-back buckets. Beautiful job. Right spot at the right time. Good hands to catch the ball, putting it up softly off the glass. That's a good sign because they're going to need Sammy down the stretch here as she'll play some nice minutes inside. And we'll get another foul on South Summit. That'll send this time Gustafson to the free throw line. Ooh, I'm glad they stopped the team fouls at 10. Can't put a 2, I don't think, up there. You've got to be close to probably 15 or 16 fouls on South Summit in this half. Fortunately, it's not going to play a role in this game.
8 in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, there have been a bunch as Gustafson's first shot is no good. And checking in will be Nicole Fitzgerald. For South Summit, Peterson will go out, and number 20 for the Bears.
I think 20 is, I don't see 20.
I don't see a 20 yet. She's got a different jersey than the rest, too. He must be clearing the bench as well as Rogers gets the defensive board and hands off to Josie. Josie now trying to find somebody down low, needs somebody to come help, goes to Sydney. Sydney in some trouble in that corner, down to Graycheck, good pass to Sammy again, oh! Sammy almost gets another bucket. 1:21 left. 51-27 lead for South Summit. And they have gone, as we mentioned, the entire way in this zone. It might be a sign of things to come as it works incredibly well as Gustafson gets the offensive board. And she'll get fouled down low. And this time it looks like it'll be Nicole Fitzgerald with the foul. And Gustafson will go to the free throw line.
Well, it gives Coach Wagstaff something to work on with this big win. He knows he's got to work on keeping these girls out of foul trouble in this last quarter, that's for sure.
Gustafson. Free throw is deep, no good. And checking in, Kate Olson, the sophomore, will get a few 61 seconds to be exact. And short this time, Gustafson trying to find her range there at the free throw line. 1:01 left. Fitzgerald, Graycheck, Snyder, Olson, and Rogers on the court for South Summit. Fitzgerald will pass into Graycheck. Josie brings it up by herself.
Nice
passes off beautifully to Rogers. Graycheck to Rogers one more time. Great job there by Josie. Drawing the defense to her, dishes off to Sammy, and Graycheck gets the steal again, goes to Olson, and just a little too far for her. It's knocked out of bounds by Summit Academy. 40 seconds left. Graycheck finishing this ball game with some nice minutes.
She must have 7 or 8 assists.
Yeah, she's had some great passes. Snyder will go over to Olsen. Caitlin gets her shot. It's up, no good. But Sammy with the board and the putback. Sammy Rogers with 8 points in the quarter, having a great fourth quarter, and extends it up to a 28-point lead, biggest lead of the game. As Olsen guarding Mapstone, little runner from Mapstone. And Olsen fighting for the rebound. And they'll be down a jump ball. Let's see if it goes to South Summit one more time. They're not showing the possession on the board. And whose ball is it going to be? It's going to be South Summit basketball.
Wow, I don't think they got it once, did they?
This has been crazy. Every time there's been a jump ball, it's been South Summit's. And Summit Academy has gotten the ball at the top of the first quarter and at the second halftime at the end of 3. So Graycheck has the ball knocked around. It's stolen away. Now stolen back by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets the ball from Rogers, and Nicole gets on the board at the buzzer. So nice way to finish off a great win as several girls get on the board there. Rogers having a great fourth quarter, and South Summit is going to win by 30, 57-27. And a nice win, Jeremy, to start off the region schedule.
Sure was. It was a fun game. The girls played really hard the entire game. Coach Wagstaff did a great job of subbing them in and out, keeping them fresh. And after that first quarter of a little dry shooting spell, they were just on fire for the rest.
Let's see who they play on Thursday night. Pull up their schedule. And they're going to play Gunnison this Thursday night at home. So 2 games, Summit Academy tonight with a big win. They'll go to the top of the region standings at 1-0. They have Gunnison Thursday night. Then they're on the road for both games next week at American Leadership on Tuesday and at Manti on Thursday. So a couple of great games on the road next week. Hopefully they can start 2-0 at home this week. So, hey, nice win by South Summit, getting contributions from a lot of girls and really played a very clean, hard-working, well-fought game. So congratulations to the South Summit basketball team as they get a win over Summit Academy, 57-27. Thank you to All West Tonight for all our sponsors, Jeremy Fierro and all his staff of students. They brought you a nice round tonight of South Summit basketball. Join us tomorrow night, South Summit boys against the Summit Academy Bears. 7 o'clock, we'll have the broadcast for you. Join us then. Have a great night.